Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the Euro USD price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start on the 2 hours chart here to see what happened in the Euro, what it might happen next. Everything is working basically same as expected. Of course, we are looking for the Euro to move really high, and we have here double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, where we have finished a wave 3 in this orange scenario. And currently we finished, of course, an ABC on time and on a perfect level, of course, for a wave 4. And currently you are looking, we were of course studying the potential of bullish and bearish in this wave here leg, and potentially that you have a 1 2 3 4 5 here leading a diagonal, of course, for wave 1, unless of course it is a W, X, and a Y, but higher potential goes for a leading diagonal in a wave 1 and hitting perfectly the blue box as expected between the 0.58 0.618 and moving toward the upside simply impulsively. So if we dive a little bit deeper inside it, we can see, of course, that we have an impulse here where you have double 1 2s and then 3 and then 4 and a 5. Let me check it. Just 1 2 3 4 and a 5, wave 3. Yes, 4 and a 5 and another 4 and a 5. And that means, of course, you almost have finished this move so far, which it might play as a wave 1 2 again for a major wave 3. By all means, this might be only the start of your wave 3 towards the upside, where you would like to see 1 2 3 4 and a 5 to finish, of course, a wave 3. After having a very big wave 1 2, you would like to have, of course, the same sideways wave 4, because the wave 2 is very deep and zigzag here. You would like to see a sideways wave 4 and therefore continuation simply toward the upside. And of course, there we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen in the wave 5. Of course, you might face several targets here. It might be, of course, the 1.18 or the 1.21 even, and start to move toward the downside after it. Of course, that is some extended waves that it can be hit, of course, for this wave 5, which can be around the 1.25. So we're gonna see how this is going to unfold. First, step by step, of course, we're gonna estimate the targets after anyway getting a full 1 2 here and then 3 4 5. So we're gonna start to estimate it. So far we have a 1 2 here, and our target are estimated between the 1.18 1.16 dollar for the Euro USD. So basically right now everything is working perfectly as expected, and of course nothing has surprised us so far. If we take a bigger look to see what's gonna happen, of course, in a bigger view here on the daily, or even a little bit bigger for the all-time history. So we are looking right now basically on a wave A, B, and a C. Exactly. So so in a bigger view, we are in 3 ways toward the upside for a wave A or a potential wave W. After this, we got a complex structure here where you have, of course, a zigzag for the wave Y, zigzag for the W, zigzag for the X, a very typical W, X, and a Y complex structure as correction. And of course, after a very deep price, we start to move impulsively toward the upside in 1 2 here. Therefore, we're looking for this wave 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, you are unfolding a 1 2 in the yellow, looking forward for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 later on, and then of course a bigger 4 and a 5 that it might unfold, of course, in the orange here, meaning the targets that we are looking for it here in an ABC might reach the 1.62 1.67, of course, to reach the all-time high again as an ABC regular flat. Regular flat can be finished, of course, in 1 2 3 4 5. The second option, where you have a W, X, and a Y, the wave Y can be, of course, different things. So it can be a zigzag, it can be a flat, it can be a zigzag, or it can be a flat, or it can be even a triangle. And in this case scenario, since we have started with an impulse, a higher possibility right now that you are unfolding at least an impulse toward the upside, wave C as first and highest possibility. Second possibility is a big zigzag toward the upside, which it can transform to 3 waves. And those 3 waves might unfold another 3 waves, and it might, of course, unfold later on another impulse toward the upside to finish kind of like a regular flat again, or it can be those three ways as a zigzag, finish of course wave A, having wave B, C, D, and a E. Yep. So these are the possibilities, meaning in all case scenario right now, we're still looking at least to the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C here in case we are in a zigzag. However, very low possibility, and that because we are looking for something much more bigger even if you are in a wave Y. So I believe that this is gonna be only the beginning in case we are in some patterns here, is only the first leg of this pattern, which it might unfold something else even higher later on. Higher possibility is only for the wave C, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna see how this is going to unfold. Watch the target, of course, which is on our lower time frame. Also the same target, 1.18 right now. As you can see, 1.18 taken from the smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The same target shown also on the daily. Yep, so let's see. And of course, trade safe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.